Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm John, this is Ella.
Today we are in the inner city. We thought it's about time to show you more of Amsterdam. It's a beautiful city and we fell in love with it. And today we want to talk about why we moved to Amsterdam.
A lot of people are contacting us and want to meet up and stuff. And yes, in principle, I would love to meet up with everyone. It's just that we are exhausted from the whole having a child and all that thing.
Hold on.
Marcus!
So unfortunately, I've not been able to meet as many people as I would have liked.
And all the candidates out there, they get it. Thank you for all the messages and posts that we got from you guys. It really helps, and thanks for the tips and advice.
We are here in the inner city near Central.
Beautiful canals everywhere.
Beautiful canals everywhere. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, Amsterdam-y. So why did we pick Amsterdam? We were living in Austria. We spent the last 7 months in Tyrol, high up in the Austrian mountains, in the middle of nowhere basically, and it was beautiful yet boring.
Yeah, and by the way, everything that is red here, like this red paths in Amsterdam, they are bicycle lanes, so you need to watch them very carefully, otherwise you will be dead. No, not that.
Pepperoni!
We're on the bike lane at the moment, which is very risky. We're playing with fire here, so let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Ooh, fish. Okay, you hold that. I'm gonna get fish.
John loves his fish bread, so here's another broodje herring.
You may not like them at first, but you get addicted.
Yeah, we are here in the middle of the center. It's called Single here. And here around the corner you also have, of course, one of the great bulldog coffee shops. So John is still eating, so I will tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Austrian. John is half Austrian Australian. I grew up in Styria. Later, after my studies, I moved to Vienna a couple of years ago. John and I met. We met online, actually.
I don't understand, Chris. Your blind date should be here by now. She answered the ad.
Whoa.
I didn't really want to move back to Australia because I'd only been back in Europe for a few years.
And I was thinking about moving abroad for a long time already.
We had arranged to go to the VidCon in Amsterdam.
VidCon,
We
yes.
had some reason to go to Amsterdam, right? And then we figured, okay, we'll look at Amsterdam, and if we love it, we'll stay there. Now,
Of course, weed was...
it may have been a factor, the fact that you can get weed here, but also generally this city really has a certain vibe that you don't necessarily find in other places.
Yes, and the people are really amazing and very open-minded. The whole vibe and the atmosphere in the city is unbelievable. I mean, if you have been here, you know what you're talking about, right?
Exactly. That's kind of how we ended up here. Of course, we're learning the language and all that. We're in the middle of the city and it's quite busy. And people are giving us funny looks because we're doing the whole vlogging thing, but you know.
He's looking around, he's enjoying it. We organized to move very quickly. It was very spontaneously, actually. Yeah. We didn't plan much and everything fell into our hands. We had a flat, we had jobs, and then we moved.
Well, somehow, because we were naive enough to believe that it would work out, it did. It's funny like that, isn't it? Some of our favorite things about Amsterdam would include, apart from the coffee shops, of course, those fish breads, the broodje herring, they are fantastic. The first time the fish might seem a little weird, slimy and bony and all that, but you just get this weird obsession with it. At least I did.
Yeah, I didn't.
See those boats? Those are houseboats. How cool is that? Wouldn't you love to live on a boat? I've never actually been on one of them, and I've got so many questions about how does heating work? How does a lot of the other stuff work? What problems do you have? Toilet and all that. And yeah, we'll figure all that out.
And of course, after a little bit more than a year, we got pregnant.
Yeah. It's all about the home births here, and but I guess we should make a whole video about that, because that is a whole topic to itself. Let's go down this way. What we're actually doing today is going to it's called the Negenstraatjes, which is like 9 little streets, which is a sort of kind of boutique-y shopping area just next to the main part of the city. It's a little less touristy.
Look, the kids.
Really nice though. So now we're on our way to the 9 little streets, as just mentioned.
Negenstraatjes.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and a few of you asked us if we speak Dutch.
Een beetje.
Een beetje. Wij spreken een beetje Nederlands, maar nog niet zo goed. So we are still practicing, and we are supposed to have another course as soon as possible. But at the moment, we focus on.
We just don't have the time. At the moment, it's all sleep. But it's definitely something that we want to put more of an effort in. The problem here, and I mean this is both a blessing and a curse, is that everyone speaks such excellent English that you really don't need Dutch to survive here.
Yeah, especially in the center. I mean, if they notice that you don't speak very well Netherlands, Dutch, they switch immediately to English. Now we are coming to the Multatuli Bridge. Always remember, just around the corner at the Multatuli Bridge, there is the famous and amazing Grey Area. Grey Area is one of the best quality coffee shops, but very, very small.
Very small, very tiny. You have to queue up when you go there.
They check your ID if you're older than 18, of course.
If you look young, they'll check your ID, and it's definitely worth a visit. I mean, the weed is really good.
You want to get high?
Yeah.
One of the best cafes here, Il Momento. Yeah, this is the Multatuli Bridge. It is also very cool for burgers. And the Multatuli Bridge was actually one of the main entrances in the 17th century. So here was a tower and you had to pay taxes. And you have one of the smallest houses here. The red one. Do you see the red one? That's a house. And when you are in this area and you love cheese, go to Repanier. Amazing cheeses, and you can actually also taste a few.